Hello and welcome to this video. I am Subayr from subayr.com and I welcome you to today's crypto news and market update. So Bitcoin has broken the psychological resistance at 4,000 US dollars after a row of positive news that came out during the past week. The first bullish news that pushed the Bitcoin price up was a tweet from Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who said Tesla will accept Bitcoin payments if more than 50% clean energy is used by the Bitcoin miners with a positive future trend. Also, the banks in Texas will be able to provide crypto banking services. This is a huge leap as far as the adoption of Bitcoin is concerned. Another major news was the suggestion of Paul Tudor Jones, who is a very famous hedge fund manager, and he suggested that 5% of every investment portfolio should be allocated to Bitcoin. We also have an array of other major news, and we will also look at the price action of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. So before we get started, I do appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell so that you can get notifications of the upcoming videos in time. So after doing quite a bit of research, I saw that the data suggests that many big holders of Bitcoin did not sell their Bitcoin even though the market plunged after the Elon Musk's recent tweet. The current dip in price, in my opinion, is therefore temporary, and it is a way of the Bitcoin holdings to transfer from weak hands to diamond hands. So I also saw it as a good opportunity to accumulate. So on Monday, Bitcoin broke the resistance of 40,000 US dollars. When Bitcoin went well below the 40,000 US dollars level, I was expecting a panic sell-off, but it did not happen, and I could not accumulate at the price range of around 25 or 26,000 US dollars mark, which I think would have happened for a very short while in this highly volatile and emotional market. If we look at the daily charts of Bitcoin price action, we will find that there are many wicks, and I always try to collect the emotion of extreme fear and panic, though I was not successful this time. So the bulls took back control and we bounced back at around 32,000 US dollars very soon. And this was the maximum discounted price offered to me this time by Mr. Market, which unfortunately did not fill my orders. Right now, currently, I'm staking my cryptocurrencies on BlockFi. So if you are interested, you can use the link below. You can not only earn up to 250 US dollars worth of free Bitcoin, but also get interest on it by staking it on BlockFi. How awesome is that? So if you haven't done so already, you can register to BlockFi by using my link in the description, and I will be grateful for your support to the channel. So Bitcoin and Ethereum both have some major updates coming up during this year. So the Bitcoin Taproot upgrade is expected to come in the last quarter of 2021, which will be a major upgrade in 4 years. So as we can see in this article, Bitcoin Taproot activation locked in for November. So Bitcoin Taproot update is amongst the most important for the protocol in years. It has not taken a huge step towards activation. Taproot has met the requirements for the activation process. It has gained the support of 90% of qualified blocks mined in the last 2 weeks. So overall, 1,846 of the total 2016 blocks have signaled in favor of the upgrade during the second difficulty period. This support by the mining community is a massive step forward in the road of activation. The update was first proposed in 2019. So why is this update so important? So it will enhance Bitcoin smart contracts by lowering data and transaction costs. Privacy will also be expanded by making complex contracts indistinguishable from any standard Bitcoin transaction. Also, as we know that Ethereum London hard fork is coming up around July. So this is the next major hard fork following the Berlin hard fork. Also, this timeline could still change. Signaling the London hard fork in July of 2021 would mean that testnets need to fork in June. This makes Ethereum extremely bullish, and we might surpass the 3,000 US dollars psychological level at any time. Once that happens, Ethereum can continue its upward trend. The reason is that after these upgrades, Ethereum will become deflationary. And we have already seen the effects of supply shortages on price. We already saw that in case of BNB. Also at the same time, Ada Cardano is extremely bullish and will roll out the smart contract tools in new product suite. If that happens, we can definitely see a surge in price. As we can see in this recent article, which was released on June the 9th, Cardano to roll out smart contract tools in new product suite. So blockchain platform Cardano is set to provide tools for developers, end users, and businesses to execute smart contracts in financial agreements through a new suite of tools. So the company's product suite named Marlov includes Marlov Build and Marlov Play for developers, through which smart contracts can be built and tested, and Marlov Run for end users to execute financial agreements on the blockchain using customizable open source templates. So this is what they say. We seek to empower people to create their own financial instruments and set up agreements with anyone with whom they want to interact. So this upgrade is going to be huge for Cardano. So Cardano's price went down to $1.37, but as we can see, it is now recovering and is currently trading at $1.54. At the same time, Polkadot ecosystem is also expanding, and with innovative projects like Refinance in its ecosystem, we believe it will have a lot of adoption across many industry verticals. So it is currently trading at around $25, and we can see it in the top 5 cryptocurrencies in terms of market cap, as its team constantly delivers to create more value via their platform. Also, I am really bullish on Chainlink. It went all the way up to $51.96, around $52, and then as the Bitcoin price plummeted, so did the price of Chainlink, and it came down all the way to around $17. So Chainlink is an exciting project because it gives the access of the real world data to smart contracts and hence enhances the applicability of blockchains across several use cases. That is why every major smart contract platform like Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, and so on have partnerships with Chainlink. It is currently sitting at 14th position in terms of its market cap on CoinMarketCap, and we expect it to gain more momentum in terms of price as the ecosystems of blockchains like Cardano, Polkadot, and others expand. Also, at the same time as Ethereum upgrades come to life, we can see more retail traders trading on Uniswap and SushiSwap, which will increase their market cap too. And 1inch has a very interesting use case. It went all the way up to $7.7, but then as the market crashed, it went down to $2, which was an excellent price to accumulate. Since then, its price has risen back to $3.77. So for those of you who don't know, 1inch is geared more towards the institutional investors, and we can see more adoption as institutional accumulation continues during this bull run. So summing up everything in a few words, I firmly believe that Bitcoin will have a slow and steady recovery, and as that happens, people will be reallocating funds back to altcoins since they give investors more gains in shorter time. But of course, that also comes with high risk. So as the market recovers, we will be seeing much faster price increase in altcoins, as is always the case. In other words, the bigger the market cap, the lesser the volatility, and that is why for the low market cap coins, the volatility is quite high. But if we have a solid game plan, and we take profits regularly, as I have been telling my viewers many times before, we can make enormous gains while managing our risk. And remember that a game plan and strategy is extremely important, since the high volatility also means much faster price drops in this highly volatile cryptocurrency market. Also, the time horizon is very important. So you have to ask yourself, are you in it for the long term or short term? And afterwards, you should only allocate a small portion of your portfolio, meaning around 5% or so, to cryptocurrencies. So I believe that the fourth quarter of 2021 will be great for Bitcoin, and with high price predictions of Bitcoin by some of the most experienced investors and experts like Tim Draper and Mike Novogratz, suggests that the bull run is not yet over. So here we can see in a recent article that billionaire Tim Draper is still bullish that Bitcoin will reach 250,000 US dollars by the end of 2022. So here is Mark Novogratz, and he says that cryptocurrencies were likely to see a washout in the short term. The billionaire investor predicted it would be a volatile week after Coinbase direct listing, yet he remains bullish, seeing Bitcoin at $100,000 by the end of the year. So this article is a little bit old, but we just want to bring the things into perspective over here. So in my own opinion, I think that we will see a price of Bitcoin between 100,000 US dollars and 150,000 US dollars before the end of 2022. I am confident because we now have the fastest blockchains like Coti, Solana, and technologies that form the core of Radix protocol. Also the interoperability solutions that are non-invasive, like in the case of Cardia chain, which will really change the shape of many industries by introducing decentralization and disintermediation into many applications of these ecosystems. So with firms like MicroStrategy accumulating Bitcoin, Fortune 500 companies like Tesla making Bitcoin a part of their balance sheet, and with big players like PayPal, which has launched PayPal Crypto Merchant Payments, we are definitely seeing the real adoption of blockchain technology now, which will definitely boost the overall market cap of cryptocurrencies in the coming months of 2022. And now let's have a look at some major news during the past week, and I will give you my own opinion about what I think about the implications of these major news and developments. So we know that there is a lot of FUD in the air due to the death cross, which we can see in the price chart of Bitcoin, and these news of JP Morgan. So JP Morgan warns that Bitcoin bear market might be here. Bitcoin has crashed by 40% from 64,000 US dollars to the 40,000 US dollars price range recently. This has many worried, and the Bitcoin bear market might have started. Even though most banks have been silent on this new position, JP Morgan says that the futures market is signaling a bear market for Bitcoin. So now here is what I think about it. So I think that JP Morgan has the best interest of its paying clients at hand and not the retail traders. So I will rather do exactly the opposite by taking calculated risk. So any news from these big banks who have wealthy paying clients are incentivized to say what will benefit their paying clients. In case of Bitcoin, such statements from a major bank indicate that this might be the right time to buy. So the goal here is to make statements which will influence the market in such a way that their paying clients will benefit, and not the retail traders who are looking for a free advice. And the second major news are about the acceptance of Bitcoin as a legal tender by the government of El Salvador. So El Salvador becomes first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender after passing law. Lawmakers in the Central American countries' Congress voted by a supermajority in favor of the Bitcoin law. So here is the tweet from El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele. The Bitcoin law has been approved by a supermajority in the Salvadorian Congress, 62 out of 84 votes. That is just insane. So I believe that many countries in Africa where a huge portion of population is unbanked, and countries like Argentina and Turkey, which have suffered from the adverse effects of inflation, might potentially follow the example of El Salvador. And the third major news are related to the recent interview of Paul Tudor Jones, who is a very famous hedge fund manager. So Paul Tudor Jones could go all in on inflation trades, wants 5% Bitcoin allocation. So in May, Jones bet 1% to 2% of his assets on Bitcoin. His firm, the 44 billion Tudor Investment Corporation, most recently secured custodial ties with institutional powerhouse Coinbase and Bakkt. So this is what he said. The only thing that I know for certain is I want to have 5% in gold, 5% in Bitcoin, 5% in cash, 5% in commodities. So definitely, I think Paul Tudor Jones knows what he is doing. In the coronavirus pandemic, US government has printed trillions of US dollars, and this huge inflation is going to eventually result in a situation like the Weimar inflation, where people were using currency notes instead of wood and they were burning it as a fuel. So unlike fiat currencies, there are only going to be 21 million bitcoins ever created, and the institutional accumulation alone can cause a major supply shock that will drive the price of Bitcoin up during the coming months of 2021 and will take it to a price range between 100,000 US dollars and 150,000 US dollars, as I mentioned before. So as far as the fourth major news are concerned, you already know that people who have invested in cryptocurrencies have not been so happy as a result of the tweets from Elon Musk, which plummeted the Bitcoin price. So here is what he mentioned about when Tesla will start accepting Bitcoin payments again. So Elon Musk lays out when Tesla will begin accepting Bitcoin payments. Musk responded to a Cointelegraph tweet about Signia CEO Magda Verzeka calling for the SEC to investigate him over alleged Bitcoin price manipulation. So Tesla CEO Elon Musk said his electric vehicle company will start accepting Bitcoin payments once there is confirmation that miners are utilizing clean energy, offering a glimmer of hope that the FUD surrounding digital assets could soon subside. So here is the tweet from Cointelegraph. Elon Musk is catching flack again. But what is it for this time? Signia CEO Magda Verzeka lambasted him, saying, "What we have seen with Bitcoin is price manipulation by one very powerful and influential individual." So this is how Elon Musk responded. "This is inaccurate. Tesla only sold 10% of holdings to confirm BTC could be liquidated easily without moving market. When there is confirmation of reasonable around 50% clean energy usage by miners with positive future trend, Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions." So in my opinion, these are good news for the overall sentiment of the cryptocurrency market. As we approach the end of the year, we can see many other Fortune 500 companies making Bitcoin a part of their balance sheet. And the fifth and last major news for today are related to MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy files to sell $1 billion in shares to add to its vast Bitcoin treasure chest. So led by CEO Michael Saylor, it already holds 92,079 Bitcoins, currently valued at 3.6 billion US dollars. The company also said it has completed its 500 million bond sale for its Bitcoin strategy. So I would say that these are probably the most bullish news out of all so far in the past 1 week, since MicroStrategy already holds 92,079 Bitcoins as we saw. And on the top of that, buying 1 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin again will get other institutions interested too. So I firmly believe that many institutions will follow soon, and once institutional FOMO sets in, it will take the price of Bitcoin above 100,000 US dollars before the year end, due to supply shortage and increased demand. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and if you found the content useful, I would appreciate if you kindly subscribe and like the video and share it with your friends or on social media. I will be grateful since it helps the channel grow. So I will see you guys tomorrow in the next market update. Have a nice day. Bye.